Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches to come their way. It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos. So let's go now to Oakland, California, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
The Raiders are back deep, waiting for the kick. And Matt Prater has this one teed up as they gear up for kickoff. Made right around the 26-yard line. So the rookie quarterback, it's not his first time onto the field, but still getting his feet wet in the NFL.
Yeah, you know, Jim, and every week it just gets a little easier, better. When you walk out there, you can settle those nerves down faster each game you play. So it's going to be fun to see how he does here today.
That's a nice, powerful statement as they establish the run at the beginning of this game.
Well, Jim, you're right. I'm going to give the offense a little credit here, but, you know, somewhere, I don't know, maybe the defense is going to have to put some weights in their pockets. You got to hang in there and make the tackle.
1st and 10. They give it to him on the counter. And he's tackled some 3 yards away from a first down.
When a coach can have a run that picks up those kind of yards, it gives them confidence, and they will show more and more patience with the running game. So the defense, they better dig in here.
The Raiders go with 2 tight ends on this play.
Just a quick drop back.
On the money. He's brought down.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might have to hold the football just a little longer. But these guys nowadays, when you play zone, they know how to throw and catch and get it done.
Split backfield here.
Let's go.
They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. The ball's deflected, incomplete. 2nd down following that incompletion. Split backfield here.
Let's go.
They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Just couldn't hold on to it after the hit. As we get a look at this defense, DeMarcus Ware, a player opposing offenses hate to have to face.
Oh, my gosh. And where is he going to line up? We've seen him line up outside. He lines up as an inside linebacker. You know, he drops back in pass coverage. But when he rushes the quarterback, one of the best in the league. This is what separates offensive lines in the NFL. In obvious passing situations like this one on 3rd down, can you hold up and protect your quarterback to give him time to make those throws? Well, the answer to this one right now is no. Well, Jim, that field goal puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the offense, and what it does, it just gives you confidence. You did some positive things on the field, and it should carry over for you for the rest of the game.
Henderson's got it. And that return ends rather quietly short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 16. One of the biggest icons ever at quarterback, Peyton Manning.
Well, when you hear that phrase, he's a coach on the field, it is not a cliche when you're talking about Peyton Manning. Many people have said probably the best wide receiver coach in the NFL is the quarterback, Peyton Manning.
First down and 10. Ball's got it on the handoff. They bring him to the turf. Imposing their will early on the defense with a solid effort on the ground.
We talk so much, don't we, about the passing game in the NFL, but it's still about who can out-hit the other one. And right now, the offense, they are winning that battle. Nice run.
The Broncos snap it up at the 26. Almost intercepted. Here's the starting offense with a receiving core that can be so dangerous in a game like this. Welker's lined up in the slot. The Broncos snap it at the 26. And that'll be a gain of about 2. Here's a look at the defensive starters and a good look at the secondary. A group that could be the difference in this game today. The Broncos take it from the 28. The defense gets the sack.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
He's going to try and return this punt. That'll stop the play right there. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. The Raiders this time will go with 2 tight ends. Quick drop back. And off the mark on that short throw.
That is so tough to do. To be that close to these receivers and able to knock the pass down without getting a penalty. Good job.
2 tight ends on the field here. The Raiders will take the snap from the 45. The Raiders now move the chains.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some first downs.
The Raiders have it at the 44. Makes the reception. Harris is there to make the stop.
Well, the drag route that time picked up solid yards. These receivers, sometimes they get a little nervous running these drag routes or these short crossers because they are afraid a defender's going to come out of nowhere and hit them. That's the quarterback's job. See in front of the receiver.
It's intercepted. He's brought to a halt.
Most NFL linebackers, they're borderline good enough to be a running back, and they got the hands of defensive backs. Here's a good case. What a fine catch on the interception by the linebacker.
First and 10. This will be ruled incomplete. Didn't get the feet down. This will be second down. Offense lines up here. Halfway through this first quarter now. Has his target. And that's a big-time tackle that keeps them 3 yards short of the first down marker.
The Broncos do a good job that time on second down. They don't force the football down the field. They throw it short. They pick up some solid yards to make it a good situation for them. Third and short.
The defense gets a sack.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on third down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on third down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
He wants to return this one. That brings the play to an end. They face first down. Wide receivers are bunched up. toss to the outside. He is tackled at the 40-yard line.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
The Raiders will take the snap from the 40. Handoff made. Still not taken down. He's brought down at the 46.
The Raiders' offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the film room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
Looks like a penalty on the defense.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
They come to the line, and it's first down. Wide receivers stacked up on this play. Once again, a running play.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
And now they'll try over again on second down. For this play, they'll go with two tight ends. Three-step drop. Underneath, but can't find a mark that time as the pass goes incomplete.
Good job by the linebacker that time. Saw the receiver coming in his area, read the quarterback, and in wonderful position to knock the pass down.
Offense lines up here. The Raiders take it from the 43. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. When you look at the numbers, it's interesting to see that the passing game just hasn't been there, but still they're winning the game.
Almost always when the passing game is not working on the offensive side, it comes down to one position. No, it's not the quarterback, it's the offensive line. If they're having a great game, usually the quarterback and wide receivers, they'll follow suit. So the offensive line, they got to pick it up.
It's first down as they head to the line. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. He'll throw it over the middle. In on the stop.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
First down here after the completion. Peyton Manning under center. Ball's taking the handoff, and a gain of 4.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
And he's thrown to the ground.
That's what you call pressure. When everything around the quarterback, they're all at his feet. The offensive linemen are around him. He sees the arms of the defensive linemen all reaching for him. There's nothing he can do but fall to the ground.
Under fire all day. And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. All set to punt here. He's going to challenge the punt coverage. Good piece of tackling. First down here. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. To the ground. Left side. Where's there that time for the tackle?
Well, a short gain on the run that time by the offense. When you're a running football team, listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running it.
An extra tight end on the field for this one. Second down and 9. He's going to be tackled right around the 42-yard line. After that last run, it sets up 3rd and 6. Nickel formation here for the defense. dropping back 3. Good throw, good catch, and the receiver fights through to pick up the first.
Wide receivers get scared sometimes running that slant route. They know their linebackers inside running towards them because they're watching the quarterback's eyes.
And now on first down, they'll go back to the air. With 2 hands, he has it. He's taken down at the 35.
When it's man-to-man defense, what do? It's you against the receiver, and that time the receiver won. Also a nice throw by the quarterback.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion.
Let's go.
Pass is intercepted. The tackle is made.
Isn't it awesome on the defensive side where you have linebackers can make plays like that? Getting that interception, it's not always defensive backs that get to make those plays. Linebackers can do it too.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. Going to be a tackle for a loss.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Welker's lined up now as a slot receiver. Second down and 13. Charging ahead. He's wide open for the grab. They tackle him at the 26-yard line.
Well, the way the rules are in the NFL now, you can't hit the receivers, you can't hit the quarterback. And if you give the quarterback this kind of time, he is always going to find an open receiver.
Manning's going back to the air on this play. Looking to the right side and throwing. And sailing out of bounds. Coming up, second down. Ball lines up in the backfield. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. And there's Welker. He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, the defense is going to make you throw it short, then throw it short, take advantage of it, and that completion gives you a good situation now on third down.
Third down and 4. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Tackles made. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. Manning's going to take it from the gun. Leaps up and comes away with it.
Well, they get down in the red zone. The offense throws the pass. It is completed, but it doesn't do much. Give the defense a lot of credit. Everybody stayed where they were supposed to be, and the pass is completed, and they make the tackle.
Ball's going to secure the handoff. He'll be taken down about 3 yards short of the first.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
Just a quick drop back. Throws the pass. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Broncos will look to tie the game up on this field goal try. Drives it through for the field goal.
Yeah, that was a good job that time by the defense. They were bending. They did not break, and all they did was give up a field goal.
Stiff arms to stay on his feet. Latimer's in on the tackle. The Raiders are set for their next possession. Offense lines up here. First down at the 21. And now here's the toss. It's got some daylight. A very close game to this point, but if you look at the rushing numbers in a tie game, you love seeing a running back that is having it his way.
They have run the football so well, and you have to just sit back and say sooner or later they're going to fake that run and throw the football down the field and get a big play because I think it's there.
They run the counter play. Brought down after a gain of 6.
When you talk about counter runs, what we just saw that time, the defense thinks the play's going one way, then a pulling guard or tackle comes around, and catches a defensive lineman off guard, it makes a good block.
The Raiders snap it at the 41. Looking intercepted. He's stacked up at that point.
Well, nowadays, your linebackers, they got to be able to do everything. They got to be big enough to get in there and stop the run, and also athletic enough to be able to get in position and make an interception. Good job by the linebacker.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. They're going to get him here for a sack. After that sack, it's now 2nd down and 17. Manning out of the gun. And he's sacked again.
There is nothing worse for a quarterback than to have the pocket collapse. And that time they collapsed on his left side. There's nothing he can do, and he goes down for the sack.
The Broncos take it from the 43. Take it down, sacked again.
We got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on 3rd down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
And no return as this goes for a touchback. Danielle's got an injury update for us. Let's go to her now.
Guys, I just spoke with a Raiders official. At this point, the medical staff is going to hold him out of this one with what they're still just calling an upper body injury. So, guys, he's out for the day. Back to you.
They get to him just in time, 1 yard shy of the 1st down.
The slant route is not used as much as it used to be in the NFL because defensive linemen read quarterbacks now better than ever, and they jump up to knock those passes down. But that time they didn't get it done. The slant route is caught and comes up a couple yards short of a 1st down.
They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. Secures it with 2 hands. Ward that time in on the tackle.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a 1st down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
Double tight end formation. Staying with the passing game on 1st down. Pulls it in. Raiders in for the score.
And what a touchdown there for the offense. The quarterback just fires that football in there. Look at the defenders around the receiver, but the receiver big enough, tough enough to go up in there and make that catch.
The Raiders now will tack on the extra point. The point after try is in the books. The Raiders kicking team comes out now as the offense takes a break, and they deserve one after going down the field, mainly through the air with over 70 yards passing. Bolden's got a chance for a return, and he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. 1st down on the way. Ball lines up in the backfield. Incomplete as that ball sails out of bounds. Failing to complete that one, so 2nd down here. Manning's back in shotgun formation. Looks to his left. Interception. Picks up 8 here.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
It's a 2 tight end formation. 1st down at the 45.
Well, when you're on the defensive side, if you read the offensive formation, where do they have the most numbers at? And that's usually where they're going to run the football. That time the offense goes to the strong side, gets outside, you should have an extra defender there waiting for him. Terrible job by the defense. Always a good idea to try to run the football when you get down the red zone, because passing the football can be hard at times when you get close to the end zone. But the defense was ready, and they step up and make the stop for a little gain.
Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown.
This offense, they are so aggressive. I love them, man. Even though they had the lead, they kept pressing the issue, and they got another touchdown to increase that lead.
The Raiders had great starting field position following the interception, and they did a good job of not squandering that opportunity to score. And certainly the defense will be looking to force another turnover in a moment here. Anderson's going to start his return, and he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. The Broncos now will start this drive at the 27. Manning from the gun. Thomas has got the catch and the first. The Broncos signal for the timeout, and that's the first one they've used. Peyton Manning under center. Now 1st and 10. It's over to Welker. Had it for a moment, but then lost it on the hit.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
Offense lines up here. 2nd down and 10. Ball's picked up. Going to take it the distance. The 30, the 20, the 10. All the way home and all alone. Touchdown.
When a defense intercepts a pass like that and scores a touchdown, boy, does that give them hope. Gives them a lot of confidence. They really get the momentum on their side, and it's going to be hard for the offense to come out here and do anything after that play.
The Raiders with the PAT to come. And the extra point is good. The Broncos cannot come up with any answers here before halftime. And now they await the kickoff. Perhaps they can put some points on the board before the intermission. The score's 24-3. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Broncos will begin their drive from the 26 now. Manning comes out in the pistol. The Broncos snap it up at the 26 and gains about 1.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
So that's going to do it for the first half. Raiders are up in this one. The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. He'll have a chance to take off. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. First down here. Second half gets rolling now as he takes the snap. The Broncos have put their quarterback in some really tough positions today. Manning's tried to drop back and make plays, but he's been under pressure all game long.
Oh, boy, watching a quarterback in a day like today, I'm glad I'm up in the booth because that is some beating he is taking, but he's hanging in there tough.
2nd and 8. And he's taken down.
My gosh, you're talking about getting overpowered. I guess they were expecting a speed move. The right guard and right tackle are both full. They get run over and they give up a sack.
3rd and a long way to go. He'll throw it over the middle. They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a first down on 3 plays.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Wants to give it a go here. That's a gain of 8. First down, offense readying for the snap. They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. They'll run it here. Out to the left. Tackle down at the 47. Phil, today we've seen a running back who was putting up some big rushing totals.
Jim, sometimes I get tired of talking about the quarterbacks and wide receivers, how well they're doing. What a good change of pace to watch the game evolve around a running back. And, man, this guy is taking advantage of those opportunities.
Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
Good job by the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as low as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
Reaches out and snatches it.
This is a route that's not run enough in the NFL, the corner route. So many times, receivers just go across the field, they go short. But when you make these double moves like that, you get wide open, and what a throw by the quarterback.
He makes the catch. Gains 14.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
First down here after the completion. Takes it out of the eye. They tackle him for a loss.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
That leads us to second down. They bring in the extra tight end. Quick drop back. Sticks to his hands. And that's a gain of 13.
The Raiders had a nice play design that time and pulled the defense, and they get the pass completion for a nice pickup.
Get ready.
3-step drop. Touchdown, Oakland Raiders.
What a tough throw and catch into a tight spot right there for the touchdown. But today's game, these players are so good that you have to throw it in traffic. They got to make the catch. That time he did.
The point after is good. The Broncos have let this one get away from them today. Need to try and turn things around in a hurry. The score's 31-3. Bolden's got a chance to return this one. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Broncos getting set now for their next series. The Broncos take it from the 23. Balls handed the football. Burnett's all over that offense and brings him down.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
That's second down coming up. Ball lines up in the backfield. Manning with the give, and there's only 2 yards to be found right there.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
They're down and 10. Peyton Manning looking down the field. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Let's see what he can do here. Green's there to take it down. First down coming up. The jumbo set on the field. Toss play. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Two tight ends on the field here. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. That picks up 7. They came out here in the first half and established the run, and they haven't let up since halftime.
They haven't. We have a very good run offensive line out here today. We got a really good running back, and the coaches, they kept giving the running back the football, and they are getting it done.
The Raiders snap it at the 41. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first. Looking at the stats now, you see two wide receivers who have filled the role of being a #1 option today.
Yeah, you always want one wide receiver to step up for your football team and focus on him and see if he can get it done. But I'll tell you this, in the NFL now, you need 3 good wide receivers on every single team.
Dragged to the ground. Looks like he's still about a yard short of the first.
A lot of times you look at the drag route and you think that's the safety valve. You know what? It is. The quarterback is always taught to look down the field. If there's nobody open, throw it to the drag route coming across the field. That time they did it, and just short of getting the first down.
Moore's going to make the tackle. You see the matchup in running back, and while only one side has really been able to count on that run game, it's still a very close game.
Yeah, it is, Jim. Close game here, and also that can happen when you talk about run games. They're going to go up and down. And if you're having trouble running the football, then change the direction of your offense. Do something else. Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
Jones-Drew lined up in the backfield. Second and short. Throws the pass. Got the completion.
This offense has been moving the football all day long. Once again in the red zone, they have a big lead. What will they do? I think they'll just try to run it in from here.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Split backfield here. He'll take the snap from the gun. Throws to the right. And Ward's able to knock that pass away for the incompletion.
Oh, good job by the linebacker knocking that pass down that time. All he did was watch the eyes of the quarterback, and he reacted. It put him in good position, and he knocks the football down.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. 2nd and 10. Had it, but dropped it.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Now looking at 3rd down. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Very nearly intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
The kick is through for 3.
Well, even though they get the field goal that time, it's still disappointing. You get in that position, you'd like to score a touchdown.
Anderson's got it on the return. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Broncos come out for the next possession. First and 10. Here's Sanders. And Sanders is stopped there.
You need balance in the NFL. That's what it's all about. Why do you want balance? To keep the defense guessing what's coming next. That play call on first down throw. Nice throw and catch. Just short of the first down.
And here we have 2nd down. Caldwell's going to get set in the slot for this snap. The final quarter begins with this snap. Finds Thomas, and he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Makes the catch in the open field.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
He'll fire it out to the left. Makes the reception.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
They'll go ground. Rocked for a loss on that tackle.
Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
What a beating this has been as he comes to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 9th time today. Pulls it in.
Always a good job to pick up some yards when you're in the red zone. Nice throw by the quarterback, and he gets a completion.
Tight ends in motion here. Third and goal from the 7. Looking across the middle. Once again, they failed to convert here. They've had such a tough time on third down today.
Well, it's been a terrible day for this football team. There's no doubt about it. You're down near the goal line, but you are getting blown out. Well, if you could score a touchdown, at least there'll be one good thing you could say happened.
Flag is out. That's a false start on the offense, and that'll cost them 5 yards.
False start, offense.
Should be what we call a gimme. The field goal try. Yes, sir.
Well, it was a beautiful drive down the field. Long drive by the offense. They do not get the 7 points, but they're fortunate. They do get the field goal try, and they make it.
And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Raiders now ready to take over as their offense heads onto the field. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. First down and 10. He has the grab. Gains 13. And take a look at the numbers, and you can see the difference here, by and large, has come down to the passing attack.
It has. I think the coaches realized early the quarterback was hot. So what did they do? They kept giving him the football, and he kept moving it down the field.
First down at the 32. He'll throw it over the middle. That's a gain of 10.
This is an awesome job by the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the offense. Just keep picking up those first downs. You got a big lead here in the second half. Keep that clock running.
Jones, and that's a gain of 10.
Sometimes it's good protection by the offensive line, and sometimes it's just bad defense. They can't get to the quarterback, and that's another completion by him.
Split backfield here.
Get ready. Spread 38.
From the shotgun. And James Jones with some nice hands brings in the bullet pass.
When you play man-to-man against this receiver, you're going to have a tough time. Quarterback's a good thrower. Really hard for a defensive back to stay with him.
Let's go.
First down at the 36. They'll go ground. And he's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Double tight end formation. The Raiders from the 32. Almost intercepted that time.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
It's a 2 tight end formation. Third down and 6. Looking to the right side and throwing. The Raiders get a first down.
Once again, this offense in the red zone. This defense has been awful all day long. Can they Can they bow their necks a little and show a little toughness and maybe stop them this time?
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down.
Get ready.
Gets the handle here. They have this one covered up, and it's going to set them back for a loss.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. And he's forced to the ground.
Well, when you see the defense is going to blitz and you can't pick it up, as a quarterback, you've got to change the pass protection. Remember, protect yourself at all times. He didn't do it, so he goes down.
Maurice Jones-Drew lined up in the backfield. The Raiders have it at the 29. Heaving it down the field. And intercepted. Ducks out of bounds. It'll be a touchback.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Manning's setting up now in the pistol. First and 10. The defense gets the sack.
Well, the right side, Jim, the right tackle and the right guard, they look confused. They don't know what to do, so they just get run over, and the quarterback falls down.
Second and long. Incomplete as he was looking short.
Lots of ways to attack cover two. There's no doubt about it. You can throw it underneath. You can pump fake the safeties, make one of them move, and still throw it deep down the field.
Time enough to squeeze in one more play before the 2-minute warning here in the fourth. Underneath, but can't find the mark that time as the pass goes incomplete.
Hard to throw over some of these linebackers in the NFL now. They got such good size. You try to throw over them, here's what happens. These big guys will knock it down.
Going to try his luck here. And he's brought to the ground. 2 minutes remaining in the game. The Raiders now bring their offense back onto the field for the next drive. They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. Got a big lane. Brought down at the 38.
The Raiders' offensive line is just whooping some tail today, aren't they? What a job up front. That helps the running back get in space, get down there, and pick up a big gain.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. They bring in the extra tight end. Handoff, trying the right side. He's brought down at the 25-yard line.
Raiders' offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the field room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
First down at the 25. And he hauls it in. Tackled just 3 yards short of the first.
Well, how about that, Jim? Not a surprise. Down the red zone one more time. They're blowing them out. And this offense has been spectacular. What will they do here? You know what? I think they'll just run it and try to end this game.
2 tight ends on the field here. Second down, 3 for the first. Could have been intercepted.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Third and 3. Brings it in. Talib's in on the tackle. And with another look at the stats now, we're still seeing a strong performance from this wide receiver.
Yeah, he's having a wonderful day. And listen, I'm not surprised by it. He is a really good player. But when you take a really good player and you have a good design on the offensive side, you make that really good player great.
Throw to the left. Trevathan that time on the tackle.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
Offense lines up here. Second and goal from the 7. Catch made. And they score again here to pad the lead.
That was a nice job that time by the offense, driving down for the touchdown to increase their lead. That really takes a lot of pressure off the defense.
The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. Bolden's got it. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. The Broncos now will start this drive at the 27. One more play, and it's in the books. First down at the 27. Manning uncorks a long pass. That's an interception. Nice tackle. We've often talked about prime time and how the players of today have this "it's all about me" kind of a mentality. And for you in the booth, you had to enjoy it being all about you, having a chance to call this one today in prime time.
That's right. It's all about me, and it would have been if I could have just got you to be quiet for a few minutes. But it's awesome to win in a game that's featured in everybody in the country, all your peers. They watch you. It just doesn't get better.